Quick one, nothing here is financial advice. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Always do your own research or speak to a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Enjoy the episode and like and subscribe.
GM, in this one, we're taking you into the world of Mask Network and the intersection between social and crypto. So let's explain what Mask Network is, how this can be a Trojan horse for crypto adoption, why it's a lot bigger than what initially meets the eye, and we'll also at the end do a tutorial to show you how you can actually implement Mask on top of your Twitter experience to get the real crypto Twitter experience. So the TLDR on this one, founded in 2017 by Suji Yan, Mask Network's core function is to provide encryption of information such as text, images, files, and even of cryptocurrency, all via social media. So no, it's not its own social network, but it is a layer on top of Web 2 social to bring it into the world of Web 3. It's compatible with the likes of Facebook, Twitter, Mind, Instagram, just to name a few. There are more as well, but we will focus on Twitter later in this video, as I'm sure a lot of you are already using that. And all you need to do to get started is to download the open source browser extension, and you can get access to the key features of Mask Network and really enhance your experience on your favorite social media platform. Now, what I found interesting around the founder, Suji Yan, was the fact that he's a Chinese national and understands the need for decentralized social media and having things such as encryption that can be utilized alongside social makes a lot of sense. And he sees a vision where people want to be living in cyberspace, free from the shackles of their local governments. So you can imagine some of the use case that having like encryption over the top of social would have, especially from someone in that kind of region of the world. Let's quickly take a look at some of the technicals around the implementation of Mask. So coming in hot here, we have the Blockmates article by Brown Bacon explaining the encryption technique and how Mask Network from a technical standpoint actually works. So when you actually create a profile on Mask Network, you are essentially creating your own digital ID and using key pairs. So you have a public key and a private key. You then have the ability to share your public key on socials, and this way allow you to engage with other users of Mask Network. Then say you want to make a post, it is encrypted. You also have the ability to share this to the wider public or to just select individuals from other friends you may have that also have the Mask extension. The key from your transmitted post is then encrypted asymmetrically with other fellow recipients' public keys. So this allows the fellow users of Mask Network to decrypt the message so they can read it, but others who don't use it cannot see it. And even if, for example, you post on Twitter using this encryption technique, even employees at Twitter or X can't read your messages, which is super, super intriguing. Mask also has two sister projects. Project one is Next ID. So this is some of the decentralized identification that is embedded within Mask to actually create your profile. So you can set up a brand new profile. You can also connect your profiles directly from Facebook as an example, or even MetaMask as another example. Next ID will then verify these accounts by getting you to prove you have access to them. And cryptographic techniques allow for verification without revealing any data publicly. So with digital ID, you get key benefits such as ownership and control over your own data. You can choose what you wish to share and what you don't want to share. And it doesn't allow third parties to monetize you like in the Web 2 world. This, of course, reduces the risks of things like identity thefts, and it actually deepens the relationship between brands and customers who actually embrace this. And this is seen as one of the key techniques to safely onboard Web 2 people into Web 3 via digital identity. So that there provides some of the plumbing. And then the other sister application they've created is called Firefly, and firefly.social is the website here. Essentially, this aggregates a load of social media platforms into one mobile-based feed, as you can see on screen here with Vitalik. If I just scroll over, you'll be able to see on the top line the likes of Twitter. Behind here it says Lens, Farcaster. So what they've created here is an experience where you can follow and like from any of these various networks. So essentially you can manage profiles across different social medias. You can also cross-post from this directly. You receive unified notifications via this as well, and you can sync all your contacts across these on top of that as well. So as you can see here, they've got their fingers in a lot of different pies and are really pushing the boundaries on the social layer. So if you were looking for an all-in-one social platform, if you've got various accounts, this may be worth checking out for yourselves. So why is Mask Network actually a lot bigger than what initially meets the eye? Well, essentially, they are one of the biggest investors in decentralized socials and the social layer when it comes to Web3. So they have an investment arm called Bonfire Union, and they have over $100 million worth of investment funds since this was established in 2022, and are very, very active in the investment landscape when it comes to social. Pretty much, if there's a good social project out there and they're raising, Mask via Bonfire Union are all over it. So they really are putting their money where their mouth is. They believe in social and the social layer and taking it from a Web 2 experience into a more Web 3 centric experience. And they've made some major investments. As of today, they've got over 120 ecosystem partners. They've been investing in the likes of RSS3, Lens, Scroll, many dozens of other companies you probably haven't heard of before, such as Rara. And Suji Yan and the team essentially run a load of different grants and donations to new decentralized social networks. So this is a real strong community they're building out here. As they say, it's grown into a Web3 social conglomerate, investing in building decentralized social apps, developer tools, protocols, and creative content to empower more people joining the Web3 world. Something we will identify a little bit later on is the amount of investment they've made here, 100 mil, versus the market cap of Mask, and how this is almost a proxy bet into social. Now, just the other day, they invested into Sei Network. This is a social collaboration platform, something brand new. Essentially, say you've got a question related to maybe a Web3 based topic. You can actually post a bit of a bounty for it, and then people can come and answer that question and get paid for doing so, essentially paying people for their time. And as it says on here, unlocking your social net worth, be it intelligence, network, access, or time. At the same time, you earn RIS points, which essentially give you this on-chain social reputation score. So in the very fast-paced world of Web3 social, it's very intriguing to see that Mask is consistently there or thereabouts in terms of investments into these new emerging companies. So Zuma Oracle did drop some alpha on this quite recently, and his thoughts are pretty similar to this. He says, I think that Mask Network is a very good bet on social fi, which is a much anticipated narrative of this cycle. They've done strategic acquisitions, have some cool social products, and $100 million funds. Mask is an ecosystem that allows you to interact with Web 2 applications, such as your socials like Twitter, with Web3 tools. Products they have, such as private messaging, interacting with Web 2 applications from your own wallet, peer-to-peer payments, and decentralized storage. He mentions that Crypto Twitter is unaware that Mask wants to become the Tencent of Web3, the Chinese-based company who are behind WeChat, the very popular kind of WhatsApp of China. He says they have a huge investment department, and it seems very similar to what Mask Network is doing here with its venture arm outside of its core products, trying to establish itself within SocialFi more broadly as an investor. So this does seem like a proxy bet in a way on SocialFi, as they have so much deep investment in this sector overall. Then in terms of a few partners here of interest, we have DWF Labs, who invested around $5 million into Mask Network. And with their actual investment arm, Bonfire, as well, he says, we're going to be an LP of this fund. And if we partner, we're a comprehensive partner as well. So make of that what you will, but DWF have been very influential on the price charts of many different assets. Then we have a partnership with Arweave. Arweave actually invested in Mask back in 2021. Mask now has implemented within its feature set the Arweave Dropbox file storage. So you can store your files and share them on socials via Arweave's integration with Mask. it seems that these two have actually had a strategic token swap take place as well. And this is just one of many integrations that Mask Network has out there. So as it goes into here, the file service within the Mask extension was brought about by using and building with Arweave's tech. You could take your file, share it with everyone, or just select your participants as per the encryption we talked about a bit earlier. So this was the founder of Arweave, Sam Williams. He says, Mask has an insanely smart approach. We can't compete with the network effects of existing social media companies, but they can't stop us embedding our Web3 experiences into their UIs, forcibly bringing the old Web2 crowd into the new age. So this is the kind of Trojan horse thesis behind this. It's very hard to get a new social platform off of the ground. We've seen that with a lot of attempts and kind of like unsatisfactory results. The users are already there at your likes of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So bringing the Web3 experience on top of that Web2 experience where the users are just seems to make the most business logic. And I think this is the major bull case for Mask. So what is the token? What is it used for? The ticker is Mask itself. It is on a lot of popular exchanges out there. You can buy it on chain via Uniswap as well. But as you will see on the left-hand side, 100 million Mask, it is fully out there in terms of the emissions. Everything is out on public markets right now. So 100 million tokens, a 250 mil market cap. As we saw, they've invested around $100 million thus far. Even if they haven't deployed all those funds, it would seem that they're going to have a very, very big treasury and portfolio of companies underneath them that if a couple of them become big, obviously the gain to their investments will be potentially larger than the market cap of their actual network token here. What can you do with the network token Mask? Well, it is used for governance. They have quite an active discussion boards. And of course, you can vote on proposals that come about, but they have a more recent utility as well. So this is on the website stake.mask.io. You can actually stake your Mask to earn rewards in other cryptocurrency assets, which are currently in season 1. So this is the first season of these staking pools going live. Stake Mask, earn RSS3 and TON. They've invested in both TON, which has done extremely well, and RSS3. So this may give us a bit of direction on what will happen with some of the other portfolio companies out there. Maybe they're going to get a tranche of tokens and you'll be able to stake the Mask token to earn these. Very high APRs at this moment in time. Not a huge amount overall. 1.6% of total supply actually staked. This number was a lot lower than I was expecting here. And this is run from the 15th of June and will run until the 31st of July of this year. And this is just season 1. So as I say, likely going to be more of these coming into the future. So if you want to get some diversified yield by holding and staking Mask, you can do that currently. And it seems there will be future seasons also. So I thought that was quite an interesting thing that they're allowing for, and is definitely another string to the bow for the Mask token. But with that being said, and having looked at kind of the technicals and the thesis behind it, let's actually jump into Mask Network on Twitter and just see how that experience plays out. So let's jump into actually how to download Mask Network and get the application running on top of your Twitter. One thing to signpost you on here, which I'll leave a link to below, is the Mask FAQ section. Takes you to a Notion page where they've got literally all the information you could require when it comes to how-tos, etc. So if you ever get stuck, this is a brilliant resource that they've created there. But from the main website here, install Mask Network on your device. This is a simple Chrome extension. So you would download from Chrome and then you would pin it to your taskbar. As you can see, I've created my persona. So this requires you to actually create a profile, store a 12-word seed phrase, all standard stuff for crypto participants, and then additionally create or connect an existing wallet. I've created a brand new one. Again, another 12-word seed phrase, but pretty easy stuff. You'll have this profile then enabled where you can see your wallets, and this connects EVM-based wallets. So anything on EVM, if you've got funds on Avalanche, Polygon, Mainnet, ARB, etc., it's all on here. So this is an EVM-based wallet, and that is the experience they're going for. So what is different now I've downloaded this and installed it? Well, we can see on the bottom left, we have the Mask Network logo. So this shows my account is connected. When you initially download this and you want to confirm your profile to set your digital identity, it's going to post your public key so that this can be verified by the other users of Mask Network out there. So this will post out as such. So this is one of the verifications you have to do. So as we talked about earlier, Next ID, you can see running the back end of this. Then what we can see in terms of this overlay, the extras, NFT PFP, you can choose one of the NFTs from one of your wallets, connect it to this, and then you will have verified ownership via socials that you own the profile and you're not LARPing that you own a CryptoPunk or whatever it may be. You can also see the mask network down here, which we'll click on in just a sec, but I first want to do the encrypted message. If you create a post, and then from here, you'll be able to see mask network logo pops up. If we just open this, you could set a message. So as an example, maybe you live in a country where you have some views around political parties, but maybe it's not actually safe to disclose what they are. So I'm sure you could understand why that will be important in certain areas of the globe. So vote XYZ is the tweet. I want to tweet this out, but I only want this to be encrypted and shown to my actual friends. So what I can do is go visible to, there's a all button next to me here, share with contacts. So if you've got friends on Mask Network, connect them up, you'll be able to go through a tick box and select who you want to see said message. And the encryption method at the bottom, click on that. Text or image can be selected. And if you wanted to upload a file, as you can see, partnered with Arweave, you can upload a file and have the decentralized storage solution of Arweave allow for you to upload that to your friends, all in an encrypted manner, and they could decrypt that with access to Mask Network here. So I think that is a major use case. But what else is on this feature set? We'll press the Mask logo. What you'll see on here, you can do drops. You could actually send out NFTs or even tokens, whatever it may be. Maybe set up a competition, distribute some NFTs, some tokens, whatever you wish, as long as it's an ERC20 based token, even if it's a stable coin, or in this example, we'll use the MAS token here. And we can distribute funds or profile pics as you wish. That is quite interesting, but what I think is pretty cool is the fact you can do token swaps directly on here. So connect up your wallets, swap between virtual assets directly without leaving Twitter. There's a savings tab on here as well where you can actually access yield. So if you have some ETH on your wallet you've got connected here, you could deposit that for yields. And this connects various different borrow lend protocols out there, swapping done by the likes of Uniswap, Sushi, and others. Check out the list of partners on the website. You can also do cross-chain bridging and directly through here. I think this is part of the Trojan horse experiment. You can also on-ramp and off-ramp fiat directly from the interface here. So just tons and tons of integrations, which makes this a great all-in-one. When it comes to doing your average daily doom scrolling of Twitter, you just got a rich feature set you can plug into and not have to leave and open up 1,000 different tabs. You can do a lot of the stuff you're probably doing directly from here. Now, if we find a user who has also got Mask connected, you'll be able to tell that straight away, as you'll see a tipping function on here. So I can send Zach XBT some funds if he's done some amazing sleuthing that I'm really happy with. And what you'll be able to see from their profile is the mask icon next to theirs. And once you hover over that, you can see their recent activities, which is pretty funny. The fact that he's an on-chain sleuth, and you can look into his wallet here, see his activities. He's recently swapped some ETH into USDC, see if he's made any recent donations, and see which NFTs he actually owns via this widget. So that tipping feature, pretty damn cool. Imagine sending money back home if you're a foreign worker, that kind of stuff. You can send stablecoins across any EVM based wallets. If you're an active participant of community governance, we have Stader Labs with a recent snapshot vote. You can connect wallets and directly participate via voting via Mask Network here on social media. So I thought that was a pretty cool embedded feature on here. Again, not having to leave the web page, do it all via your Twitter account. And if you are a hashtag user and enjoyer, if you see a hashtag, you can just hover over it, see various information around its market cap, etc. Pretty much gives you the CoinGecko overviews, see the price, and even where you can swap it and actually make trades directly via the wallet as well. So you have encryption at your fingertips, file storage and sharing powered by other Web3 companies, as we saw with Arweave, the ability to see more detailed information around hashtags, do borrow and lending, swapping, all from this interface. You can tip your favorite content creators and even prove your NFTs are yours. All the while, you don't have to leave your social media experience. So I do think this will be a great onboarding tool to get Web 2 consumers into Web 3 without having to make major changes to their current habits. So that is Mask Network. Hope you enjoyed this one. Check out details down below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.